John here for Obese to Beast, and in today's video I wanted to show you guys how I make my oats, because in so many pictures that I post on Instagram and so many videos that I have on here, everyone's like, how do I make oats like you? Your oats look way different than mine. And I feel like there is one small step that people are missing or just doing wrong that I think that I will be able to solve in this video, and you will be able to have oats that look just like mine. Not that they're amazing, all right? So the only ingredients that you absolutely need, right, are gonna be oats, obviously any kind. I have these, and I also have some of my team oats, but they're gone, sadly. So we have those, and then just some water. That's all you need. Now, we will be adding stuff at the end to make them taste better, but all you need to make oats that look the consistency that I make them is literally oats and water. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 2 servings of oats. I'm gonna do 2 servings, so that's gonna be a cup. So I have this half cup right here, so we're gonna do 2 servings. So it's just gonna be 2 of the half cups, obviously. So we got 2 servings in there now, okay? And the next step is probably the most important step. I know this sounds silly, but the amount of water that you put in is incredibly important. It's one of the most important things to the oats. So what you're gonna do, so I'm gonna pour the water in here, and then I'm gonna show you kind of how much water is in there and why it's so important to add the right amount of water, okay? So, see how the water is just covering the oats? There's not too much water and there's not too little water. That is really, 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 really important. All right, so now that we have the oats and the water mixed up, we're gonna put it in the microwave for 1 minute. So you're gonna do 1 minute first, stir it up, and then you're gonna do another minute, right? So that's the most important thing. You wanna do 1 minute, stir up the oats after that minute is done, and then you're gonna put it in for another minute. So let's go ahead and throw this in for a minute. Okay, so they've been in for a minute now, and you can see how they look. So they're still a little watery, okay? Little watery still, so you're gonna stir that up right there, and then you're gonna throw it in for another minute, like I said. So stir it up. The reason that you stir it up too is you get a little bit better consistency. At least that's what I've found out, and also you don't run the risk of it spilling over and then causing a volcano in your microwave. So you wanna stir it up to prevent that from happening. So we're gonna throw this in there for 1 more minute. Alright, so we have the oats out now for the 2nd minute, and this is what they look like now. See, they're a little bit more cakey. This bowl is really hot, but they're a little bit more cakey. Now, important tip, okay? So if you're making oats and they end up being a little too thick, all you have to do is just add a little bit more water to it and stir it in. That's what I'm probably gonna do with these, because I'm gonna be adding some stuff in as well. Now, if it is too watery, what you're gonna do is throw it in the microwave for maybe another 30 seconds. Now this is if it's like just a little bit too much watery. If it's like way too watery, you're gonna you might have to add a little bit more oats to it. But if you just added a little bit too much water, throw it in for 30 more seconds and get it to the consistency that you want, okay? So this is a pretty solid consistency. Now this is just oats, plain oats, right? Now we're gonna add the stuff that makes it taste really, really good. So things that I almost always add to my oats, if they're just plain oats and they're not the team oats that I have, is gonna be 1 serving of peanut butter right here, okay? And also, one thing that a lot of people don't have, but I would recommend you get, is going to be Flav drops for my protein. These things are so good. They're 0 calories and they just taste amazing. So this is the Mocha Flav drop. So the Mocha Flav drop, this is really good. So I'll usually do about 3 vialfuls, so I'll show you what that looks like, and then the peanut butter. That's pretty much all you need to make some really good oats. Now, if you do not have the Flav drops, which I understand most people don't, you can use any sort of sweetener that you want. If you want to use honey, you can use sugar, you can use Splenda, you can use Truvia, you can use whatever you want, right? So, I'm gonna go ahead and add this stuff in, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. Alright, now, so something important. So the oats are a little too thick for what I like, right? So now all you have to do is just add a little bit more water to them. So I'm gonna add a little bit, just a tiny bit more water, and then I'm gonna mix it up, and then the consistency is gonna be a lot better, a lot more of what I would like to eat my oats as. So let me go ahead and mix this up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all done. And there is the finished product, you guys. I added some blueberries on top just to make it look fancy for you guys. But see, that's the consistency that I like, pretty thick. And this is gonna be delicious. So I hope that video helped you guys out. I'm really excited for you guys to try out these oats and try out different recipes, try out different things, but the most important thing that I think people will mess up is the amount of water that you put in. So like I said, just put it to where it's barely covering the oats, and that should be a good amount of water. And then if you need to add a little bit more water, definitely do that. It's a lot easier to add a little bit more water than to try and microwave it and get the consistency right. So definitely, if you need to, maybe just go a little bit under what you think the water will be needed, and then you can just add the water in afterwards, and it makes it way easier. You don't have to worry about it boiling over as well. Make sure you do the 1 minute stir and then the 1 minute, and you should have some awesome oats that you will really enjoy. And I really hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look how buff I am.